Hey Nation, it's the coach, and we're back with another episode of Sports Frenzy! How's everybody doing? Not too bad here. Hope everybody's had a great week. As we jump into this week's Sports Frenzy, yes, another week of action. As we're filming this week's episode on Wednesday due to our games for Hope Hoopsters action on Thursday night Hope Hoopster action. So we're doing a Wednesday night shoot for the show this week. And last week's show was online only due to the schools having snow days. Sure couldn't figure that out by this week's weather, huh? But it wouldn't be Michigan if we didn't have a little bit of everything, now would it? All right, so the first thing we're going to do this week is we are going to go over, for the people that played online, for our online nation who got the online version of Sports Frenzy this week, we didn't get the weekend wrap-up done because of our long games. So we will be going over Season 10, Episode 22, the games from last week. And we'll go ahead and do that right now. Let's jump right into things. We had XFL football action. And it was exciting action in the XFL. But there was also a lot of basketball action going on, so this made it very tricky to watch all the games this week. But the New York Guardians get the win over the LA Wildcats. 17-14 was your final score there. The St. Louis Battlehawks getting a victory over the Seattle Dragons. 23-16 was your final in that game. The Houston Roughnecks stay undefeated against the Dallas Renegades. 27-20 was your final in that game. And the Tampa Bay Vipers, with no victories under their belt, defeating the DC Defenders 25-0. The 2-1 team does not score any points, and the 0-3 team comes away with a huge victory. Wow! What is happening to the Defenders? The last week of regular season, well, for our sheets anyways, this would have been last week of regular season boys high school basketball. We had the Addison Panthers getting a victory over Vandercook Lake. Wow. 56-39. And Britton Deerfield Patriots getting the victory over the Tecumseh Indians. 52-49. The Whiteford Bobcats getting the victory over the Clinton Redskins. 59-38. Lenawee Christian getting it done against the Lansing Christian, 58-42 was your final there. The Madison Trojans squeaked by the Morenci Bulldogs, 37-36 is your final in that game. And Summerfield stomping Sand Creek Aggies into the ground, 64-27. Girls high school basketball action. We had the Morenci Trojans getting it done against the Adrian Maples, 52-43. But the Sand Creek Aggie girls standing strong and stomping in the ground, 42-31 over the Hillsdale Hornets. And your final high school girls action this week saw Tecumseh Indians falling to the Saline Hornets, 56-28 was your final there. Last week's college basketball action, we had the Hillsdale Chargers getting it done against the Findlay Oilers, 59-54. The Texas Longhorns over the Texas Tech Raiders, 68-58 was your final there. The Wolverines fall to that team down below in a Sunday game action, 77-63. NBA basketball action. We have... Oh, wait. Oh, man. I screwed that up. College. I had more college basketball action for you guys. Sorry. Lost my thought there. The Iowa Hawkeyes get it done against Penn State Nittany Lions, 77-68. The Kentucky Wildcats take the victory over the Auburn Tigers, 73-66. The MSU Sparties, a.k.a. the East Lansing Burning Couches, over the Maryland Tarpons, 78-66. Now on to NBA basketball action. We had the Milwaukee Bucks slamming it to the Oklahoma City Thunder, 133-86. The Detroit Pistons, talking about Detroit basketball, getting a rare win against the Phoenix Suns, 113-111. And the Los Angeles Clippers over the Denver Nuggets, 132-103. And the Boston Celtics fall to the Houston Rockets. 111-110 is your final score there. In NHL hockey action, we had the Vegas Golden Knights over the Buffalo Sabres. We got the Ottawa Senators over the Detroit Red Wings, 4-3. And the Blues get it done against the Dallas Stars, 4-3 also. In AHL action, the San Antonio Rampage beat the Grand Rapids Griffins 4-2. But in ECHL action, the Toledo Walleye get it done against the Fort Wayne Comets, 7-1. Great job there. College hockey action. We had the Michigan Wolverines getting the win over the Minnesota Golden Gophers in a shootout, with the score being tied 2-2. But the points were awarded to the Wolverines. But Western Michigan Broncos fall to the North Dakota Fighting Hawks, 3-1 is your final there. In NASCAR action, we had coming in first place, Bowman. Coming in second place, Kyle Busch. And coming in third place, Kurt Busch. Were your top three placers in NASCAR this week. And that, if you got one of those three racers, you got a point this week. All right, so that completes last week's show, last week's picks for the online edition. I'm back with the brisk lemonade again this week. Again, it's lemonade. And it's 99 cents at Meijer's. Gas stations where I get it. And yeah, it's not 100% lemonade, but doggone it, it's a really good lemonade. All right, so a lot going on this week in our sports action. The high school games were middle of the week games. So we have nothing this week as the season, as they start going into playoffs. Um, the girls have started their playoff action already. The boys, I think, still have had some regular season games left yet, so I don't know who's in and who's out. Maybe we'll look into that a little bit if we have time after the show. But oh my gosh, it is March, and we are marching closer to March Madness, and that is in like 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks, really. And it's on my birthday. It starts this year. March 17th is when March Madness kicks off. And this is the exciting time of the year. You know, my wife loves this because it actually interrupts a lot of her channels that she likes to watch, too. Some of her mystery channels, or not mystery channels, but some of those stations that she watches her shows on, like TNT and all those, they end up carrying March Madness games. So it does interrupt a lot. I like to watch as many games as I can. And I also have the March Madness app on my phone ready to go. I don't even know if they got it loaded up for this season yet. I know they don't because they haven't even done the bracket show yet. So, yes. The bracket, in fact, it says on here, gets you ready for it. The bracket selection show is in 10 days, 22 hours, and 32 minutes. That's how long we gotta wait to get ready for March Madness. All right, but with that being said, so we have no high school games on here this week, but I have a few surprises in here. We've thrown in some things, some other sports the coach likes, and we'll be getting to that in a few minutes. So I want to welcome everybody to Season 10, Episode 23 of Sports Frenzy as we move along into the show. As XFL football action continues on, like I said, I'm a little worried about what's going to happen during March Madness because, yes, there's a lot of football fans out there, but there's also a lot of basketball fans. And during March Madness, I'm more interested in the basketball games than I am the football games. So this could affect XFL viewership. But we'll find out. Stay tuned for more. As we jump into, this is week 5, I believe, of XFL action. Don't quote me on that. It could be week, well, hold on. 3, 4, 3, so yeah. Yeah, so it is. It is week 5 action of the XFL. Okay, so with that being said, we have the Seattle Dragons. The Dragons, excuse me, they have 1 win and 3 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against the undefeated Houston Roughnecks. The Roughnecks have 3 wins and 0 losses. Kickoff for this game. This is a 2 p.m. kickoff. And you can watch it on regular old ABC. Gosh, you know, the Houston Roughnecks, man, are undefeated, but my team, I like the logo and the team name, and I like Dragons. And we've already seen, I think it was the Dragons. I believe it was the Dragons who, yes, came in and took a good victory away from somebody. So why not? I'm going with the the Seattle Dragons because I like dragons. Who don't like dragons? second XFL game on Saturday. We have the New York Guardians. The Guardians have 2 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Dallas Renegades. Excuse me. The Renegades have 2 wins and 1 loss. Kickoff for this game is 5 p.m. 5 p.m. start time for that game. And that one is on Fox. Regular old Fox. These are 2 XFL games on regular TV channels that almost everybody should be able to get and watch. It's at Dallas. I'm going to go with... Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going to go home field advantage on this one. I'm going to go with the Dallas Renegades. And I'm doing that with home field advantage is why I'm doing that. That's I don't have a strong feeling on whether they can get the victory or not, but that's my feeling on it right now. And I'm moving into your Sunday XFL games. We have the St. Louis Battlehawks. The Battlehawks have 3 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against the DC Defenders. The Defenders have 2 wins and 2... that's a typo. The Defenders have 2 wins and 2 losses. Yeah, a couple of typos here. I'm sorry, guys. So the Defenders have 2 wins and 2 losses. Kickoff for this game is 3 p.m. And again, you guys, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, some of you are probably wondering, why does Coach Cole have time with digital time and analog time pictures now? Well, there's a reason for it. Because my classroom is working on learning time. So telling time on both a digital and analog clock. So now I thought we'd add it to Sports Frenzy, and that would help them identify time a little bit. So there's your reason for it. Little things like that. So we got the St. Louis Battlehawks 3-1, and the DC Defenders 2-2. I gotta tell you, I'm going. I don't know. It's weird. The DC Defenders have fallen down some. I'm gonna go with the St. Louis Hawks, Battlehawks, man. Give them the victory. I see that happening. All right, and this next one we have a typo as well. The Tampa Bay Vipers. Tampa Bay Vipers should have 1 win and 3 losses as they got their first victory last week. So it's 1 win and 3 losses. One win and 3 losses for the Tampa Bay Vipers, and they are traveling to the LA Wildcats. The Wildcats have Uh, 2 wins and 2 losses. That's a typo also, so change that on your sheets. The LA Wildcats have 2 wins and 2 losses under their belt. This is a late game, folks. Sunday. I can't believe this is on so late. XFL games, I'm not sure why they're doing late time. So this is really going to screw up us doing a weekend wrap-up this week. But this is a... this is a 9 o'clock game. 9 o'clock game on XFL football. I don't know sure about that. On ESPN. I don't know. Although the pace of the game does go fairly fast, so maybe. But anyway, I am going to go... I like the Vipers' chances here. I don't know why I do, but they come out and showed a strong showing last week. I'm going to give some love to the Vipers this week. All right, so the games are starting to get a little skimpy moving into as we get closer to March Madness, but I did find some televised games for you guys, so we do have, and some of these are ranked teams playing this week. And again, I think it's some of these scores, some of these basketball games are being played either tonight or Thursday night. So the records for some of these games might be off by 1. Most of them are up to date and up to snuff. Our first game is number 14th ranked Villanova Wildcats. The Wildcats have 22 wins and 7 losses. They are on the road this week, traveling to and playing against the 15 wins and 14 losses, the Georgetown Hoyas. I hope I'm saying that right. Tip-off for this game is 12 p.m. And you can watch it on Fox. Saturday at 12 p.m. on Fox. I got to go Villanova. They are a ranked team, and the other team's record is not that spectacular. So I'm going Villanova. Next, we have the 17th ranked Auburn Tigers. The Auburn Tigers have 24 wins and 5 losses. They are on the road traveling to and playing against the Tennessee Volunteers. Volunteers have 17 wins and 13 losses. Tip-off for this game is Saturday. This is Saturday tip-off. Oh, man. Unfortunately, in this game, it's a 12 p.m. game, but it's not a televised game. Unfortunately, that I could find. Not locally televised, anyway. Anyway, I'm going with the Auburn Tigers. I'm kind of, even though there's been a lot of upsets this year as far as ranked teams go, I'm kind of letting the ranked teams lead me in the direction on some of these games. Okay. Next up, we have the number 4th ranked Baylor Bears. The Bears have 26 wins and 3 losses. Wow. They are traveling to West Virginia to play the Mountaineers. The Mountaineers have 20 wins and 10 losses. This is a Sunday tip-off game. At 1 p.m. 1 p.m. tip-off Sunday, and you can watch it on CBS. No, I'm sorry, ESPN Plus. Again, I'm just going to go with the ranked team. I'm going Baylor Bears. Just because I'm not thinking about it too much or swaying too far in. All right, up we have the number 6th ranked Kentucky Wildcats. The Wildcats have 24 wins and 6 losses. And they are playing, they are playing the Florida Gators, who have 18 wins and 11 losses. This is a Sunday tip-off. Sunday tip-off at 1 p.m. on CBS. Give me those Wildcats for the victory. And then we have currently the number 1 ranked Kansas Jayhawks with 26 wins and 3 losses. They are traveling to and playing against Texas Tech. Texas Tech has 18 wins and 12 losses. This is a Saturday tip-off. At 2 p.m. And you can watch that game on ESPN. Who am I to argue with number 1? I've got the Jayhawks for the victory. All right, this one looked like a good one to me. So we made it your first. It's your first three-point bonus game. It's your first three-point bonus game. Sing it, everybody. It's first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. 3-point bonus game coming at you. We have the number 8 Seton Hall Pirates. The Seton Hall Pirates. They be 21 wins and 7 losses. They be traveling on the road to play against the number 11th ranked Creighton Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have 22 wins and 7 losses. You can see why it's your 3-point bonus game. Tip-off for this game, it's a Saturday game at Saturday game at 2:30. And you can watch it on the Fox network. Oh, number 8 and number 11 battling against each other. I think this is going to be a good game, but I be going with the Seton Hall Pirates. Arr! Next game is two ranked opponents as well, as we have the number 10 Louisville Cardinals. The Cardinals have 24 wins and 6 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the 22 ranked Virginia Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have 21 wins and 7 losses. This is a Saturday tip-off at 4 p.m. And you can watch it on cable network ESPN. Louisville against Virginia. Virginia having the home court advantage. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a little love for the Virginia Cavaliers. I'm giving the Cavaliers the victory. Next up, we have the number 20th ranked Nittany Lions. The Lions have 21 wins and 9 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Northwestern Wildcats. The Wildcats have 7 wins and 21 losses. Tip-off for this game. This is a Saturday game at 4 p.m. And you can watch it on the BTN network. Obviously, there's nothing to think about here, as the Nittany Lions should get it done in fairly easy fashion against Northwestern. In fact, now I'm not even... Other than the fact that it's a televised game, I'm not even sure why I put that game on there. Could be a slaughtering before it's all said and done. We got the Stanford Cardinals. Stanford Cardinals have 20 wins and 9 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the 13th ranked Oregon Ducks. The Ducks have 22 wins and 7 losses. And the tip-off for this game is... It's a Saturday game. Saturday game at 11 p.m. on FS1, the cable network FS1. This may not be a bad game. The Ducks are at home, though. I'm going to go with the ranked Ducks. All right, now it's time for those boys in blue. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. Because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Hail to the victors. Go Blue! That's right. Our next game is the 25th ranked under the first year of Coach Juwan Howard. The mighty Michigan Wolverines. The Wolverines have 18 wins and 11 losses. They're on the road, traveling to and playing against the number 9th ranked Maryland Tarpons. The Tarpons have 23 wins and 7 losses. This is a Sunday tip-off at 12 p.m. and you can watch it on your Fox network. But you guys know there's no, you already know who I've got. I don't even have to say it. But yes, I do, and I'm going to, because it's hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue! Go, go, go Blue! Because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. The boys in blue getting it done. Go Blue! All right. Moving right along, we are done with the NCAA basketball action, but we have NBA basketball action for you guys. That's right. More and more basketball, because it's still basketball season, of course. All right. Our first game. We have the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are strong with 52 wins and 9 losses. They are traveling to LA to play the Lakers, who have 46 wins and 13 losses and has that terrible player by the name Mr. Floppy LeBron James on their team. This is a Friday night tip-off at 10:30, and you can watch it on ESPN. Used to like the Lakers back in the olden days when they were playing against Bird with Magic Johnson and the crew, but not anymore. Not with LeBron James there. I've got the Milwaukee Bucks hopefully taking it to the Lakers. I know. They're on here, okay? They're on the sheets. They are on the sheets. I know they suck. They're not good at all this year. And yes, they suck. There's no other words for it. I'm not talking about this first team. The Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz, baby. The Jazz have 38 wins and 22 losses. Does that sound kind of jazzy? I don't know. But the Jazz is on the road this week, traveling to a team that is playing very bad. And that's what we're talking about Detroit basketball. Whew. Detroit has 20 wins and 42 losses and no chance of making the playoffs this year whatsoever. But hey, I don't know. There's nothing good to really say. This is a Saturday game if you care, if you're watching at all. I imagine tickets are probably fairly cheap for this game. And hey, you know what? As long as we're on the topic, their former home is about the same mess as the current Detroit Pistons are in. It is being torn apart and currently torn down. That's right. This is a 7 o'clock tip-off on FSD. The Pistons' former home, the Palace of Auburn Hills, is on its way to being torn down. Well, there's no on its way. It is being torn down. And just like the Pistons' crumbling season, down goes their former building. I've got the Utah Jazz getting an easy victory over Detroit basketball. I only have one other basketball game for you guys this week. And that is the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers have 37 wins and 24 losses. They are traveling to a team that used to be fairly decent that aren't showing any kind of sign of life this year. Talking about those Golden State Warriors. The Warriors have 13 wins and 48 losses. This is a Saturday tip-off at Saturday tip-off at 8:30. And you can watch it on ABC. Going with the 76ers. It's time to tune up the clipboard. Hey! It's time once again. It's time once again to talk about the Blues. Oh, those St. Louis Blues. Oh, the St. Louis Blues is our first game this week. In hockey action. And the Blues are on the road. They are traveling on the road this week. But their record's still looking pretty good. Because they have 40 wins. Oh, 40 wins. And 17 losses. 17 losses. And 10 overtime losses too. Talking about those St. Louis Blues. Being on the road this week. Oh, but wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. Are they meeting at the crossroads? Because they're playing the New Jersey Devils. Oh, they got the New Jersey Devils on the road. But their record isn't very good. Oh, those Devils have 26 wins and 28 losses. And how about 12 overtime losses too? Oh, this is a Saturday night game. Oh, good old Saturday night game. And the puck drops at 7 o'clock. Oh, 7 o'clock. But oh, man. Oh, man. I can't believe it again. It's not a televised game. Oh, why can't I watch my blues? Why can't I watch my blues? Because it's not a local and televised game. And I can't pay for the NHL channel. It's too expensive. Just too darn pricey. For a guy like me. But that won't stop me from picking the St. Louis Blues. Ooh, pushed the voice a little too much on that one. So who do I got in that one? The Blues. It's always the Blues. More NHL hockey action. Another one of our teams. And hey, if you didn't see this today, we'll talk about that in just a second. We have the Chicago Blackhawks. They have 30 wins, 28 games, and 8 overtime losses. 30 wins, 28 losses, 8 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing against your Detroit Red Wings. Now, if you've been out to where Joe Louis Arena was, today they were tearing down the last part of it. The last remains of Joe Louis Arena are now gone as of, or pretty close to being gone, as of today. They were tearing down the final beams, the final big structure there. There was steel, so they looked like they were cutting it down. So that might not be completely done today, but by the time you watch the show, Joe Louis Arena will be gone completely. And I'm bummed because I didn't even get any memorabilia out of there. But hey, they got that wonderful new stadium that nobody cares about. All right, so speaking of not caring at this point, the Red Wings are pretty much history and not going anywhere or doing anything this season. They have 15 losses, 15 wins, 48 losses, and 5 overtime losses. Yes, Detroit Red Wing fans, I'm thinking are a little discouraged this season and are going to want a new coach by the end of the season. I can almost hear it. I almost know that's what they want. Puck drops for this game. It's a Friday night game. I'm sure tickets are probably going dirt cheap for these games. I don't know that for sure, but I bet you can get really reasonably priced tickets right now. But the game, the puck drops at 7 p.m. And you can watch it on FSD. 30 and 28. They got it close to a 50-50 record, right? Chicago Blackhawks. But I'm not giving up. No way. No way. Go, Detroit Red Wings. Come on. Show me a miracle. Get something done. Get a victory. That would be nice. That's all we ask for is some victories. Pour it on strong for the end of the season. How about that? No? You don't think so? Yeah, most likely probably not, but We can still try, right? Right? All right. Finishing off our regular, not regular, but our NHL hockey action. We have the always entertaining to watch, the Vegas Golden Knights. The Golden Knights are your defending champions. They have 37 wins. I'm sorry, they are not your defending champions. They were champions a couple years ago. The Vegas Golden Knights. Let's try that again. Where's my head? The Vegas Golden Knights, who are not champions, have 37 wins, 23 losses, and 8 overtime losses. And they are traveling to and playing against the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets have 34 wins, 28 losses, and 6 overtime losses. This is a Saturday night game. And the puck drops for it at... Puck drops for this game at 8 o'clock. And it is not a locally televised game. But I like to get some hockey on our sheets. And some hockey that it's winning. With that being said, I've got the Golden Knights for the victory. Moving on to AHL minor league hockey action. We have the Grand Rapid Griffins. The Griffins have 26 wins, 26 losses, and 3 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Rockford Ice Hogs. The Ice Hogs have 28 wins, 29 losses, and 1 overtime loss. The puck drops for this game Friday night. And I should have just kept this logo out because the puck drops at 8 o'clock. And it's not a televised game either. But, as we say every week, if you don't know it by now, you probably don't. If you don't watch the show every week, you wouldn't know this by now. AHL.com, you can go there and pay a fee and watch individual games. Individual games or I lost my train of thought here. Season pass or team pass. They have the prices right on there, and you can choose your price, your package, and however you want to do it. That's a good way for you to watch the Grand Rapid Griffins. I've got the Grand Rapid Griffins for the victory. In ECHL action in hockey, we have the Toledo Walleye. The Walleye have 34 wins, 16 losses, and 4 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Indy Fuel. Excuse me. The Fuel have 28 wins, 25 losses, and 2 overtime losses. This is a Friday night game. And the puck drops at 7 p.m. Unfortunately, this is not a televised game either. But you do have the same opportunity as you do in the AHL. You can do pay-per-views. So that's how that works. And they have the same tiers as the others. So, team, league, single game. With that being said, I've got the Toledo Walleye right, we got some college hockey action for you guys. And this week we got a couple of good ones for you. Our first one. It is a rivalry week. That's right. I'm talking about the... Oh, and not only is it a rivalry game, but it's also your 3-point. Second 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. And we're talking about the 15 wins, 17 losses, 2 overtime losses, the East Lansing Burning Couches, and they are traveling to and playing against your mighty Michigan Wolverines, baby, because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Go Blue! Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. The Michigan Wolverines have 16 wins, 14 losses, and 4 overtime losses. This is a Friday night game. Friday night game at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Unfortunately, it's not a televised game. But if you're in the Ann Arbor area, you can go up there and probably see this game and support your mighty, your mighty Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue! In more college hockey action, we have the Miami Redhawks. The Redhawks have 8 wins, 19 losses, and 5 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Western Michigan Broncos. The Broncos have 16 wins, 13 losses, and 5 overtime losses. The puck for this game drops on Friday night, 7 p.m. And this is not a televised game either. Going with the Western Michigan Broncos for the victory. All right. I am excited because we are introducing a sport we have not had on here this season yet. But it is the time of the year for some lacrosse. That's right, lacrosse action. I am a fan of lacrosse. My son played lacrosse in Tecumseh, and I just was totally fascinated by this sport and love this sport. And Tecumseh is still, coincidentally, our only Lenawee County team that does lacrosse at the high school level. And I will be putting some of their games on here as they start next week, I believe. It's either next week or the following week. They'll be on here sooner than later. But yes. For the classrooms, for my classroom, for the aren't familiar with lacrosse, I'll pull up a video for you guys to see. For everyone else, you can either pull up some footage and show your classes. But I've been posting some stuff from the Professional Indoor Hockey League right now, which is the MLL, Major League Lacrosse League. And for those of you that are not familiar with lacrosse, right now I have, if you're not able to pull up the footage, on your sheets, there is the stick and the type of balls they use. The ball is a little bit smaller than a baseball. It's a very hard rubber consistency. Their stick, it may look like something that you think is easy, but there is very much a trick to this. I have posted a video. I'll have to see, maybe if I can find it. I'll try and find the video of my son. He has actually did a lacrosse demonstration for us before. If I can find that, I will put it up for you guys to see on the Sports Frenzy page. But yes, this is an exciting sport. I love it. It's kind of a combination of it's got elements of hockey and it's got elements of soccer. So it's kind of a cross between the two. The nets are not real huge either. They're not as long and as lengthy as a hockey net. But it's a very fun, very fast paced, very exciting sport. And I love it. I can't say enough good things about lacrosse. I just can't say enough good things about it. So our first college lacrosse game we have this week is the number 5th ranked Yale. Yale has 2 wins and 1 loss. But they are going up against, yeah, that's right, our mighty Michigan Wolverines, baby. The Wolverines have a lacrosse team, and the lacrosse in Michigan is usually pretty good. They're not ranked right now, but they do have 4 wins and 2 losses under their belt already. The ball drops because it is a drop. They drop the ball in the center of 2 guys with their sticks. The ball drops for this game is Saturday at 7 p.m. It's not a televised game, but again, if you're up in Ann Arbor, you may want to go check this out. I'm not sure, but lacrosse games might be free even. I know at the high school level they charge you. And Michigan lacrosse usually plays something during the spring game, but they're not doing a spring game this year. So there might be a cost to get into lacrosse. I don't know about that. But you guys know who I've got. It's the mighty Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue! And what excites me about this too is both our local colleges have lacrosse teams. Now, Siena did not have a game this week that could fit into our schedule, but the Adrian Bulldogs did. The Bulldogs, they struggled last season. And right now they are 1-1 on the season. And they are playing the Earlham Quakers. The Quakers have 0 wins and 1 loss. This is a Saturday game at 4 p.m. Saturday at 4 p.m. And that's all I really got to say about that one. I've got the Adrian Bulldogs for the victory. Okay, so that's all our official, as our actual teams go this week. But we still have NASCAR action to cover. And let me see here. I don't have it in front of me. Let's check this out. Find out where the race is this week. All right. This week's race is at the Phoenix Raceway. Phoenix Raceway. It is the Fan Shield 500. And it's on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. All right, so see what I can tell you about NASCAR here. Standings, that's what we want right now in standings in NASCAR. Excuse me. All right, we have Ryan Blaney in number 1 with 122 points. Joey Logano in number 2 with 111 points. Alex Bowman in number 3 with 110 points. Kevin Harvick in number 4 with 110 points. Jimmy Johnson in number 5 with 106 points. Chase Elliott in number 6 with 105 points. Danny Hamlin in number 7 with 94 points. Matt DiBenedetto in 8th place with 87 points. Kyle Larson in 9th place with 86 points. And your number 10th place is Eric Almirola with 84 points. With some big names like Brad Keselowski being in 12th, Martin Truex Jr. in 13th, Kyle Busch in 19th right now with only 65 points. So yeah, that's your top 10 as it stands right now. One of the other things we were going to check out, let's see if I can get... All right, let's see what we got here. Oh my, we're running over on the show this week. I didn't realize we were jeez. All right. Well, guys, I was going to try and find you some information on the boys and girls Adrian High School basketball at this time, but we're already run over the show an hour. So if you want to stay tuned to the Sports Frenzy page, our Facebook page, if you're not a member of that yet, we have our Facebook page. You can also check us out on our Twitter page at SportsFrenzy1. We also have our Instagram page at SportsFrenzy1. If you just want to rewatch any of the shows or see what's going on episode-wise, we have a YouTube page for that. It's Coach Co Sports Frenzy 1. So, yes, more information to come. I'll try and get some details out there on what's going on. And I know there was some basketball games going on tonight. So stay tuned to the Frenzy pages. Sorry we haven't been able to get to the information part of the show, but the show's been kind of running long, and I know I try to keep it about an hour for my classrooms. So, and we're running over big time this week. So anyway, I'm the coach. Be blessed, everybody. Get out there and enjoy some sports this weekend or family time, whatever you like to do. And we'll see you again. I can honestly say I probably won't get the recap show done with the late XFL games, unfortunately. So that's where we stand with that. Sorry, Hope Center. I know you, have to end up looking up your own scores that way. I'm bad that way. I'm sorry about that. But with that being said, we'll see everybody again for next week's show. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everybody, and I'm out for another week.